Hi, my name is Brandi VanDelft, and this is my final project and presentation for EDU580 on Web 2.0 tools and mobile apps. To start with, I am on Remind.com, which used to be formerly known as Remind101.com. It's a safe, free way for teachers and administrators to text message students and keep in touch with parents, and it can be implemented very easily. I'm now going to sign in and show you what the homepage looks like. To log in, all you need is an email address and a password. Here is the Remind 101 web look, but this is my mobile app that I use on my phone quite often. This app has many advantages, including the information is sent out instantly with a generic phone number, and it's free. You can create groups within the app as to text your staff or separate grade levels, parents, etc. And a third advantage is it's compatible with all Apple and Android smartphones for downloading the app, and you don't have to have a smartphone, of course, to actually receive the text messages from this application. As an administrator, I could use this app to send reminders to parents for parent-teacher conferences, etc. I could send out positive encouragement for students throughout the year, for example, before state assessments. And I can also send photos, documents, principals, newsletters, PDFs, etc. Those can be sent to students and parents' phones instantly. There are a couple challenges when using this app. You do have to remember to use it quite frequently or it loses its effectiveness. And there are still some parents and students out there that do not have cell phones with texting capabilities. So since I'm already logged on, I will show you an example of how this would work. I have created a generic staff group, which if I were using this in real life, I would add my staff members to the list. They would have to text this phone number with this message, and they'd instantly be signed up as a subscriber. I could send them a message such as, "Don't forget the next professional development day. Bring your ideas on Web 2.0 tools." As soon as you hit send on your cell phone or on the computer, they would instantly get that as a text message on their phone. This is an absolutely awesome app to use as an administrator. The next Web 2.0 tool that I have is Pinterest, which is a visual discovery tool that you can use to find all your projects and interests. As a teacher, I use this website frequently to search for ideas in my classroom and new lessons to teach. As an administrator, I would continue to do the same to keep ideas and websites organized and easy to find. I already have an account, so I will go ahead and log in. As you can see above, you could log in with Google, Facebook, or Twitter if you had any of those accounts and link them all together. So as you can see, this is my home page. It shows everyone that I'm following and current pins that they have recently put up. Pins are links to websites, resources, etc. that give you just a little picture of what it represents. And if you click on it, it would take you directly to the site. So if I click here, that is my profile. And I can see all of my boards from here. Of course, I use this as my personal Pinterest and for work as well. Let's see, I have a Common Core board here. And if I click on that, I can see a ton of different resources I have found for the Common Core. There are a lot of advantages in using Pinterest in the school system. One is that you can follow whoever you want, so I would focus on administrators and other teachers. Then you can share your boards with others to work collaboratively. Another advantage is you can be as detailed or broad with your pins and boards as you want. For school, I try to be a little more detailed, and as a principal, it would be beneficial to find exactly what you need very quickly. I also like the search feature to find your own pins. A current challenge is that Pinterest is blocked at my school, and we've been told it will probably remain that way, but I am going to remain optimistic. Collaboration could still happen on other networks or on mobile devices as well. An additional challenge is that Pinterest has, from what I've seen, been geared more towards women, and we would need to change that stigma so that men could see Pinterest as something that they would really be interested in also. So let me go back to my profile, and from here I will create a new board, and maybe I will call it Web 2.0 Tools and Mobile Apps. From there I can search for Web 2.0 tools. I can look for other pins that people have made. And I like another advantage of Pinterest is that you can see how many times a pin has been repinned by other followers, and I think that's a good indicator of whether it's a quality pin or not. So if I click on this one, if I like it, it's been pinned 354 times. I can click pin it, and I can put it on that board that I just made, Web 2.0 Tools and Mobile Apps. And then that resource is saved for me, and I can always find it later. As an administrator, I would create boards for each professional development day throughout the school year to keep resources clearly organized and easy to find. I could also have staff members, if we have teams, they could create pages such as mathematics or language arts, for example, and then I could view their resources or add to those boards anything that I would find useful or want to share with them. Another example, here at Macon we participate in the knee evaluation system, which includes links on ideas to improve your teaching, and these links could be more organized on Pinterest, and staff could have easier access to those links. The last of my presentation is over Edmodo, so I will go ahead and log in. Edmodo, as you can see, looks a lot like Facebook, which I think is an advantage because students and parents are pretty familiar with Edmodo. One advantage right here you can see is that Edmodo is starting to do professional development events that you can register for. That also leads into staff members being able to add this time onto enrichment plans or professional development plans to use during the school year. Another neat advantage to being a part of Edmodo is that you can join communities. Over here to the left, I have joined a math community where there are thousands of math teachers around the world sharing ideas and asking questions and getting feedback from others. It's a really cool collaboration tool. Besides using the EdmodoCon as professional development for teachers, administrators could create groups from teams of teachers and communicate with them separately or as an entire staff. For example, maybe the fine arts and special arts team would need to discuss scheduling options, and it needs to happen over the summer, and this would be a great way for teachers to stay involved. If I go back to the home page, you can see that you can create polls, which I think is a really neat feature. You could ask your staff for feedback on a number of things. You could ask parents, students, etc., and get some really great responses. There are a couple challenges when using this site. There is a lot to scroll through if you're on a community forum, or if you have a lot of posts, questions, or comments. It does take time to respond to these accordingly. Another challenge is you need to stay active on Edmodo so that you do not miss any interactions with staff, parents, or students, and sometimes the notifications can go unseen if you're not online quite frequently. Here's where you find the notifications, and even this last school year I got some direct messages from students that I didn't end up seeing until it was a little too late. But just to show you how this works, if I click on 8th grade math, Here's other messages I've sent them throughout the year, but maybe I would want to say school starts in a couple months. See you then. That'd be a great way for administrators to just stay in touch and let know students that you're thinking of them. Students who have this app downloaded on their smartphones would be able to see that instantly. During the school year, though, you could pull up this website quite frequently in the classroom. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and take away some valuable information to use in your classrooms and in our future positions as administrators. Thank you.